Welcome to the deep dive.
Hmm.
So, you're jumping into dropshipping. That's awesome. It's exciting, but maybe a bit overwhelming too.
Oh, definitely. You get everything set up, find those products.
Yeah, and then you hit that wall. Okay, how do I actually get customers? It can feel like you're just shouting into the void sometimes.
Exactly. Without those first sales, it's easy to get discouraged.
Well, today we're focusing on a really powerful tool, social media. Think of it as like your direct line, maybe even an express lane, to people who actually want to buy your stuff.
Mm-hmm. It's a game changer, especially for beginners.
And speaking of making an impression, if you want your social profiles to really stand out and build trust quickly, you might want to check out rapidboost.net. They've got tools designed to boost your social proof.
Right, taking you from kind of hidden to, oh, I need to check this shop out.
Exactly. So yeah, rapidboost.net for that initial credibility lift.
And we're not talking about just, random posting. This is about a strategic approach to social media, how to use it to actually drive sales, especially if you don't have a massive marketing budget.
Right. We want to cut through that noise and give you a clear plan.
That's the goal. Avoid that feeling of being totally overwhelmed by it all.
Okay, so in this deep dive, we're going to cover first why social media is basically essential now for new dropshippers. It's not just a nice to have anymore.
Mm-hmm. Fundamental.
Then we'll get into choosing the right platforms because you can't be everywhere, right?
Definitely not a start.
We'll talk about creating content that actually gets people clicking and buying, big one.
Crucial.
And we'll look at organic versus paid ways to grow, how to make your profile itself look trustworthy.
Yeah, optimizing that first impression.
And super important, how to track your results so you know what's working and what's, well, no.
It's all about building a system, really. One that attracts people, but also keeps them engaged, gives you feedback.
Okay, let's dive in then. Why is social media so important, especially when you're just starting out in dropshipping?
Well, first off, the sheer scale is just immense. Statista figures show something like over 4.8 billion active social media users globally.
Wow, 4.8 billion. That's nearly everyone practically.
It's a massive pool of potential customers you can tap into, often with, not a huge upfront cost if you're smart about it.
So it's access, basically, but it's more than just eyeballs, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. Trust is maybe the biggest hurdle online today. There's so much competition.
Right. How do you stand out? How do people know you're legit?
Exactly. And research from Sprout Social actually found that 86% of consumers are more likely to trust and buy from a brand that's active and engaging on social media.
86%. That's huge.
It really is. It lets you show your brand's personality, answer questions directly, build that relationship. It's something traditional ads often struggle to do.
Yeah, it feels more personal, less like a faceless website. You mentioned feedback, too. How does that help a newbie?
Social media is like an instant feedback loop. Every comment, like, share, DM, that's data for you.
Okay.
You can see right away which products are getting buzz, what questions keep popping up, even spot trends just by watching hashtags and what's going viral in your niche.
I can adapt really quickly.
Much faster than waiting for, say, formal market research reports. You get a real-time pulse on what people want.
Okay, that makes a ton of sense. Instant market research almost. But, all right, there are so many platforms. Facebook, Insta, TikTok, Pinterest. Where does a beginner even start? It feels like you could drown.
That's a really common feeling. And yeah, trying to do everything is a recipe for burnout. The key is figuring out where your ideal customer actually hangs out online.
Right, focus.
Exactly. Let's break a few down. Facebook is still, a giant. It's versatile, has amazing ad targeting, good shop features too.
Okay.
Think about like a drop shipper selling unique pet supplies. They could find super relevant Facebook groups, engage there, share tips, maybe some customer photos.
Targeted niche communities within the big platform. Got it.
What about the more visual ones like Instagram?
Instagram is fantastic for anything visually appealing. Fashion, home decor, jewelry, anything where the look is key.
Makes sense.
And features like Instagram shopping, stories, reels, they're all built for discovering products visually. Imagine a jewelry dropshipper using influencer unboxings or lots of user-generated photos.
Yeah, I see that stuff all the time. It works. And then there's TikTok. That feels like a whole different beast.
It is, in a way. But its potential for viral reach is pretty incredible. The algorithm often gives new accounts and fresh content a real shot.
Really? New accounts, too?
Yeah, it's known for that. And that whole TikTok made me buy it trend, it's real.
Yeah, I've fallen for that a few times.
See, so if you're selling, like, cool home gadgets, quirky fashion, anything you can demo quickly and creatively in a short video, TikTok could be gold.
Interesting. So quick, engaging video is key there.
Right.
What about Pinterest? It feels quieter sometimes. Pinterest is interesting because it acts more like a visual search engine. People go there looking for ideas and inspiration.
Ah, okay. Less social, more search.
Kind of. So it's great for products that solve problems or fit into lifestyle themes, home organization, DIY stuff, recipes, fashion ideas. It drives warm traffic.
Warm traffic, meaning,
People who are already looking for something related to what you offer. They're not just scrolling randomly. They have some intent. Someone searching minimalist desk setup might find your cool desk accessories.
gotcha. So more about consistent intent-driven traffic than maybe a sudden viral hit. Okay, that's helpful. So faced with these choices, how does a beginner realistically choose where to put their effort?
The best advice, honestly,
Ah.
start small, pick just one, maybe two platforms tops.
Okay.
Choose the ones where you genuinely think your ideal customer spends their time. Look at demographics, interests. Match it to your product category. Is your product highly visual? Instagram or Pinterest might be better. Is it demoable in a fun way? TikTok, more community-focused, maybe Facebook groups.
And how do you know for sure?
Use the built-in analytics on the platforms. See where you get traction. See who's engaging. You can always add more platforms later as you grow and learn. But focus first.
Focus first. Good advice. Okay, so we've picked our platforms. Now, the big one, content. How do we create stuff that actually makes people want to buy?
Right. You need content that grabs attention fast and makes people curious enough to click over to your store. One of the best ways, show the product in action.
Like, demonstrate it.
Exactly. Short videos, maybe cool before and after pictures.
Yeah.
If you sell, say, those resistance bands we mentioned, show a quick workout using them. It's way more powerful than just a picture of the band itself.
Show the benefit, not just the thing. Makes sense. What else works well?
User-generated content, or UGC. It's gold.
Content from actual customers.
Yes. When real people share photos or videos using your product and loving it, that's incredibly powerful social proof. Encourage people to tag you, maybe run contests, offer a small discount for reviews with photos, then reshare that content.
Ah, clever. It builds trust and that FOMO fear of missing out, right?
Totally. People trust recommendations from peers way more than ads.
Yeah, I know I do.
Another really effective angle is educational content. Think how-tos, unboxing videos showing the experience, maybe hacks or cool tips related to your product.
Okay, like value-added stuff.
Exactly. Selling kitchen gadgets, show a quick recipe using one, makeup, a mini tutorial, tech stuff, quick tips. And don't forget authenticity.
What do you mean?
Like show a bit behind the scenes, maybe packing an order, talking about why you started the brand. People connect with real stories, real people. It makes the brand feel less corporate.
Okay, so it's a mix. Show the product working, use customer proof, teach people something useful, and be a bit human. Got it. What about, like, how often to post and when?
Consistency is definitely important for building momentum, but quality over quantity, especially at first. Aim for maybe 3 to 5 good posts per platform you're active on.
Okay, 3-5 times. That feels manageable.
Yeah, and use scheduling tools. Buffer. Later, there are tons. Plan your posts out. It saves so much stress.
Good tip. And timing. Does it matter when you post?
It can, yeah.
Yeah.
You need to figure out when your audience is most active online. For many businesses targeting, say, the U.S., evenings and weekends often tend to see more engagement.
Tend to, so it's not a hard rule.
No, definitely not. You have to look at your own analytics. The platform insights will tell you when your followers are online. Test different times, see what works for you.
Right, data again. Always back to the data. Okay, what about the words? The captions and the call to action. How do we nail those?
Captions need a hook right at the start.
Yeah.
Grab attention, use curiosity, maybe humor if it fits your brand. Tell a mini story.
Hit them to stop scrolling.
Exactly. And then critically, always include a clear call to action, a CPA. Tell people exactly what you want them to do.
Like what?
Simple stuff. Tap the link in bio to shop. Comment, yes, if you need this. Share this with a friend. Make it super obvious and easy. Don't make them guess.
Okay, clear instructions. Got it. So we've got our content plan shaping up. Now, reaching people, especially on a tight budget. Organic ways first. Or jump straight into paid ads.
Ideally, you'll use both eventually. But starting out, especially with limited funds, organic strategies are fantastic for getting initial traction.
Okay, like what kind of organic things work?
Getting involved in relevant communities is huge. Those Facebook groups we mentioned, maybe subreddits on Reddit, niche forums online, be genuinely helpful there. Answer questions, share insights. Don't just spam your links.
Right. Add value first. Be part of the conversation.
Exactly. Build goodwill. Then, when it's appropriate and allowed, you can mention your product. Another great organic tactic is collaborating with nano or micro influencers.
Smaller influencers, not the huge stars.
Yeah, people with maybe a few thousand followers, but those followers are super engaged and really trust their recommendations in a specific niche.
Okay. How do you work with them?
Reach out. Offer to send them your product for free to check out, maybe in exchange for an honest review or a post. Or suggest a small giveaway collaboration. It can be really cost-effective.
Interesting. And what else?
Just basic engagement. Reply to every comment. Thank people who share your stuff. DM people back quickly. The more you interact, the more the algorithms tend to like you, and the more loyal your audience becomes.
So be present, be helpful, connect with smaller influencers. Makes sense. When is the right time to think about paid ads then? And how do you not just waste money?
Paid ads can definitely speed things up, but yeah, you need to be smart. Start small. Don't throw hundreds of dollars at it right away.
Like how small?
Maybe just $5 or $10 a day on Facebook or Instagram to begin with. Test things out. Use your best performing organic posts as a starting point for ads.
Okay. Boost what already works.
Exactly. And target carefully. Use the platform's tools to reach people based on interests, demographics, behaviors related to your product.
Yeah.
And definitely set up retargeting.
Retargeting. That's showing ads to people who already visited your site.
Precisely. Install the Facebook Pixel, or the equivalent for other platforms. Then you can show specific ads, maybe with a little discount, to people who looked at a product but didn't buy. It reminds them, encourages them back.
Ah, okay. That sounds powerful.
It is. And also look into lookalike audiences. The platforms can find new people who share characteristics with your existing customers or website visitors. It's a great way to expand your reach to relevant audiences.
Wow, okay. Paid ads sound less scary when you break it down like that. Start small, target well, retarget. You mentioned a case study, Sarah's Booty Store.
Yeah, Sarah's a great example. She started selling beauty accessories, focused mainly on Instagram and TikTok.
Okay. What did she do?
She made really simple, authentic unboxing videos, no fancy editing, just showing the products. And she reached out to just 2 micro-influencers in the beauty space, paid them only about $50 each.
$50, that's it.
That was it for the influencer part initially. Those collaborations got some decent traction, drove traffic, and combined with her own consistent posting, she hit 100 sales in her first month.
Wow, on a tiny budget.
Exactly. It really shows that creativity and being smart about your targeting can beat a huge budget, especially early on.
That's super inspiring. Okay, so people are starting to find you. How do you make sure your actual profile looks legit and makes people want to stick around?
Great question. Your profile is like your digital storefront window. It needs to look professional and trustworthy. Start with the basics. Your bio and profile picture.
Right.
Use your brand colors if you have them. A clear logo for the profile pic. And write a concise bio that immediately tells people what you sell and why they should care. Like, unique gadgets to simplify your life. Shop the latest finds, fast shipping DM us. Something like that. Benefit focused.
Clear and to the point. What else?
Make it super easy for them to get to your shop. Use a link in bio tool, Linktree, Beacons, there are loads. It lets you put multiple links under that one profile link.
Ah, so you can link to your main store, maybe a specific promotion, bestsellers.
Exactly. Don't make them hunt for the link to buy. Also use pin posts or featured content.
Pinning stuff to the top.
Yeah. Pin your best customer testimonial. Maybe a post explaining how your shipping works or a current deal. It's the first thing people see. And leverage stories highlights.
Those little circles under the bio on Instagram.
Yep. Save your best stories there. Organize them into categories like reviews, FAQs, how do you use, behind the scenes. It's like a mini FAQ section right on your profile. Builds trust, answers questions proactively.
Okay, so optimize the bio, use a link tool, pin key posts, and use highlights. Makes the profile way more useful. Now, how do we know if all this effort is actually working? Measuring success.
Absolutely critical. You need to track your performance to see what's resonating and ultimately what's driving sales. Don't just guess.
What are the main things to watch?
Key metrics are things like your engagement rate, likes, comments, shares compared to your follower count, your click-through rate, or CTR, how many people actually click the links you share.
Okay, engagement and clicks.
And the big one, conversion rate. What percentage of people who click through actually buy something? That's the bottom line. Also keep an eye on follower growth, obviously, and try to track revenue per platform if you can.
So it's about connecting social activity to actual sales. What tools help with this?
The good news is most platforms have their own free analytics built right in. Facebook Insights, Instagram Analytics, TikTok Analytics. They give you tons of data on audience demographics, post performance, engagement trends.
So start there.
Definitely start there. And then for tracking website traffic and sales, specifically from social media, Google Analytics is essential. It's free, incredibly powerful, maybe a slight learning curve, but totally worth it.
Okay, so we gather all this data. Then what?
Then you use it. Be prepared to iterate. That's the most important part.
Iterate, meaning
Meaning adjust your strategy based on what the data tells you. If certain types of videos get way more clicks and sales, make more of those. If posts at a certain time flop, try different times. Don't be afraid to experiment and change things up.
so constantly learning and tweaking.
Exactly. Social media success isn't usually about finding one magic formula. It's about continuous improvement based on real results. Being agile is a huge advantage for beginners.
Okay, this has been incredibly detailed. We've covered so much. Can you maybe summarize the key steps again, like an action plan for someone listening right now?
Sure. Let's make it practical. Step one, identify your main platform or two. Where's your audience? What fits your product?
Okay, focus.
Step two, set up and fully optimize those profiles. Bio, pic, link tool, highlights, make it look professional and easy to navigate.
First impressions count.
Step three, create a basic weekly content plan. Mix it up, product demos, UGC, tips, maybe some behind the scenes.
Plan the content.
Step four, use a scheduling tool to post consistently, aiming for those peak times you identify through your analytics.
Be consistent.
Step five, find a couple of relevant nano or micro influencers. Reach out, explore a simple collaboration.
Build connections.
Step six, engage. Reply to comments, DMs, shares. Be responsive, be human. Step seven, once you have some traction, maybe dip your toes into paid ads. Small budget, targeted campaigns, retargeting.
Test paid ads carefully.
Step eight, track your key metrics weekly. Engagement, clicks, conversions. Use platform insights and Google Analytics.
Measure results.
And finally, step nine, adjust based on the data. Iterate, learn, keep refining. Your agility as a beginner is your superpower here.
That's a brilliant roadmap. 9 clear steps. It really boils down to being purposeful and learning as you go, doesn't it?
Precisely. For dropshipping beginners, social media isn't just about posting pictures. It's your direct line to buyers, your creativity outlet, your market research lab, and your continuous sales engine, all rolled into one.
So the recipe seems to be great content, a trustworthy profile, real connections, and always keeping an eye on the numbers.
Nail those elements, and you really can turn those casual scrollers into loyal customers. You can take your dropshipping store from just an idea, a hidden gem, to a real breakout success.
Fantastic. So much actionable advice there. For everyone listening who's ready to start or scale their dropshipping journey, remember, start focused, stay consistent, engage authentically. And maybe think about this. What's the unique hidden gem aspect of your product? What's one thing you can do today on social media to start showcasing that? That could be your first step. Thanks for taking this deep dive with us.